we know we lost Chris, but you've done some amazing tributes to him. Like during the Detour Festival, which was for Save Our Stages, you did a version of The Keeper. I was hosting that event. Can you talk to me a little bit more about your love of Chris and Soundgarden and why he's one of your favorite vocalists and artists of all time?
Oh man, I don't even know where to begin. I heard Soundgarden when I was quite young, and it struck a chord in me that nothing else had ever hit me like that before. I mean, it hit me in such a different way. I mean, like the Beatles had a huge impact on my life up until that point, but when I heard Soundgarden, it was the musicality and the complexity and just the overall power and yet sensitive side of it. Like it blew my mind. And then obviously, I mean, Chris's voice is just otherworldly. I mean, no one sings like him. And then on top of that, just the lyrical content of Soundgarden and how deep the songs were and how many levels and layers there were that you could, I could listen to them over and over, and every time I heard something new and I discovered something else inside the song, and to this day I still do. And so that's really where it started for me. And then obviously I delved into his entire catalog, and not just Soundgarden, of Audioslave and his solo stuff as well. But I mean, just man, what an icon! Just he's one of the, he's a god, he's a rock god. He's one of those, what else do you call him?
What was it like the first time that you guys met when you knew that you were going out on the road at that first date?
Extraordinarily exciting and kind of shocking, actually. The first time we met I had met him a few years back previously at like some event and stuff, kind of in passing, but on that tour, the first time we really spoke was I was sitting outside the dressing room. I was there with, with the band. Kato was there. We were just hanging out. And it was a very sunny day, and I couldn't really see. And I just see this very tall, shadowy figure start to approach me. And as I look up, someone smacked me and went, "It's Chris Cornell, Taylor. Like, it's Chris Cornell, stand up." And as I stood up in like awe, he was like, the sun was blazing behind him. He looked like Jesus or something. And I stood up and we had a very nice, relatively long conversation just about music, and we talked about King Animal, because that was obviously their last record, and just how much I loved it. And he was so great. He was just the kindest person, kindest soul, and getting to just even share a few moments in his presence was insane.